Hey, good to see you. I wanted to chat today about the number one tool that you need to heal. And what is that number one tool? So it's something that's been coming up a lot lately. I've been listening to different podcasts and talking to friends that also own businesses, not just in the energy healing field. And what happens is a lot of times, like my friend Karen was telling me, she created this webinar, and on this webinar, you sign up for it before it begins. And so she had like 80 signups for it. And then when it actually came time for the webinar, there were only like 4 people on the webinar. So she went from people, giving their word and then backing out of it, right? And then yes, there's things that comes up, there's replays and things like that, but it's like, what does your commitment mean to you? And so today we're talking about commitment as the number one tool that you need in order to heal, because healing is hard, you guys. Like, we understand this. It's hard, and it's also very joyous. It's also very amazing. But there are times that really suck. And when those times come up that really suck, without your commitment, you're out. You're done, right? Like, you're just like, well, forget it. Right? But then you might have just missed the breakthrough, or you might be just on the verge of kicking something that's been bothering you your entire life. So commitment is the piece I really want to talk about today. And just asking yourself, like, what are you committed to in your life? Do you treat things in your life like commitments, or do you treat them like hobbies? Healing could be compared to like a marriage, right? So if you commit to your marriage, right, you don't typically back out of it. A lot of people do. But you typically want to have good intentions to stay in that marriage. Right, for as long as possible. And so healing, I know that I've committed to my healing, and it's like, okay, so, when stuff gets hard, when I don't like it, it's like, yeah, but I'm committed to it, so I'm going to stick it out. And so, for you, it's like, are you committed to your healing? What are you committed to in your life? Are you committed to your family, your friends? Like, what are your commitments? And looking at that, when you give your word, do you actually follow through? Or are you one of the webinar people that kind of pull out of it, right, that I was talking about? So that's the big theme for today. And the cool thing about commitment is, if you stick with something, you typically get really cool results. And so commitment can seem really scary at first. It's something I've had to work on a huge amount in my life. And I know where my commitments lie these days, and I like the things that I'm committed to. Like, they feel really good. And so, commitment isn't easy, but once you commit, right, then all things are possible. So I hope this video serves you. It's the weekend and it's fall here in New England, and that's just awesome. So whether you're apple picking or not, or just enjoying this weather, I wish you all the best. And questions, comments, feel free to leave them below, and we'll talk soon more about commitment. Talk to you soon.